Alright, hey everybody, Wiisdom here at 11:35 p.m. Getting a later start than I'm wanting to here. Mainly because the Shotgun Farmers Winter Update is available, and I've not gotten to mess with that. Wound up, I wasn't really hungry. Like, I posted a picture of it on Twitter a while back. It's kind of like a burger breakfast thingy, and I had to run some errands on my lunch hour. I grabbed that, and I honestly just wasn't really hungry again. So, yeah. Then I decided, if I don't eat supper, I'm probably going to get hungry in the middle of the night or something stupid. So I went ahead and ate something, and then wanted to work it. Let's see if we can do this without glitching this guy this time. But I've been racking my brain. I asked for feedback. I got none regarding Tech Knight or Tech Brawler. And there's just something appealing to me about a Tech Knight. That said, I think I'm going to make a Tech Brawler. And my logic for that is pretty simple. You know what? Let's try it this way first. I don't have access to all of these sets just yet, but if I were to ever change from what I had, I feel like the sets and the pieces that I could cobble together, I feel like what I like best would be better suited towards a brawler most of the time. And I made it pretty cool. I made it the other night when I was really, really tired, and it turned out pretty good, I think. Is a Tech Knight. Ooh, an ultimate.
New night weapon.
Okay, that's pretty cool, but it would work better for a fire character, in my opinion. Or maybe this guy, although the colors would clash pretty bad. I don't know that he's fast enough. We'll let him have one crack at it, because if I remember correctly, he had trouble last time. But, ironically, I selected similar parts for both of these, just the color schemes were so different. The color scheme for the guy I just made that's a Tech Brawler is something I would typically not pick. It was sort of like a red and a silver. But I felt like it worked pretty good, and I might try to replicate it here. I don't think this is going to make it at all. Oh, come on, buddy. Have faith, run, run, run. Okay. I'll certainly try it. Come on. I don't know that the jumping really helps. Oh, man. That's as close as he gets. He just does not have the speed at this point in time. But, the color scheme, again, not something I would typically pick unless I was, like, trying to pick something I wouldn't pick that I still thought looked good. And it turned out really good. So, I might go that route. The other thing, I remember when I created the Tech Knight the other night, I used, I think, Grease Monkey. It was like a generic tech color scheme. I thought it looked pretty cool, but nonetheless, Dark Knight here. I did get some suggestions for his name. Liked a couple of them. Wilmer left two. But he looks kind of like a Ninjago villain. kind of like a Skeletor from He-Man Masters of the Universe crossed with like a glow-in-the-dark Lego, which is kind of a cool combination when you honestly think about it. But we're going to go ahead again. This is my only tech crystal. That's one of the reasons we waited so long. It's one of the reasons I've been racking my brain. They have dropped a lot of places. I think I even got a Toys R Us ad where they were finally $7.99. I still got to have that premium 50-cent markup, But they should be under $5 at this point in time. And if they were, and I could find it, I would pick up a second tech crystal so I wouldn't have this issue, and I'd make a Tech Knight. But I think for right now, I'm going to go ahead and do a Tech Brawler. I love Brawlers. That's Sir Skellington, the first one we ever created. And it just ties in, like I said, better with more of the set parts I'd like to use. So let's go ahead and switch crystals. Moment of truth.
Creation Crystal Portal Master. Here you can create your very own Imaginator.
Alright, so yes, we know, yeah. I think a Smasher would actually work well. It was in my, I think, leading 4, right? Bowslinger, no. That does kind of apply, but we have Robo, so it seems a little redundant. Swashbuckler, you've got Chain Reaction. Personally, I don't really associate tech with swashbuckling. Sentinel is always an option. I kind of think of High Volt whenever I have this scenario come to mind. Let me make sure my... Yeah, we're good. Commentary is going. It is probably high middle of the pack. Brawler, that's what we're going to do. Sorcerer, it would be interesting, but it just... I don't know. I know you've got Cortex and everything, but... it seems like opposite, you know. Like, if you're tech-based, I don't think you'd have to rely on magic, is sort of my mindset. Quick Shot, I absolutely love the concept of it. Crankcase makes perfect sense. And then, of course, with his background story, tinkering and Willikin Village, all that stuff. That was very, very tempting. Bazooker, I think he could do a fantastic job. I like the Bazookers, they're just extremely slow. And I don't like slow. Ninjas have been ruined because of their terrible proportions. Knight, again, I made a pretty cool one. But I think we're just going to go ahead and bite the bullet and go with a tech brawler. Plus, there's a couple... There's really not a sword. Well, the ones that they say are techish, I don't like. There's one that I thought looked kind of tech color schemed. But with the brawler, I was concerned about the weapons. And then I looked at them, and I'm like, you know, several of these work. You've got, like, the chains, there's some gear sets, which we can't equip any of them until we fully leveled the character up, but...
Brawler Imaginators are strong.
The Taser Fist was pretty cool.
Hand-to-hand combat.
Plus, that's a very, very nice color-coordinated, timed segue there. Alright, let's do it. If anyone's upset, I asked for your opinion for a long freaking time. So, speak now or forever hold your peace. Alright. So the brass knuckles kind of work with the tech color scheme, and I actually like them. But, you know, they have, like, terrible stats compared to everything else that you unlock. So, here's what we're going to do. You know what? Let's actually... Well, let me click over to the handy-dandy spreadsheet. And there's that. So I want to come in and do... Oh, that's the wrong section. I was on the Dark Knight. So, level 1. What do you got for us? Health? I don't know. We're going to have 15 on the attack, 4 on the armor, 17, I love that, for speed, and 6 for luck. I'm going to go ahead and type those out because I don't want to do it later, so I'll make you sit here and listen to the keys. I usually copy and paste it, but tonight we're going about it the old-fashioned way. Alright, so let me scroll up and find my previous brawlers that we have documented here. Somewhere, anywhere. It was a long time ago, wasn't it? Dun dun dun. Come on. Come on. Scrolling all this way. It was a long, long, long time ago. Here's air brawlers. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. What? My air brawler did not have this good of a statistical set. It had 10, 4, 7, 6. Huh? Okay. What did the Earth Brawler have? 10, 4, 7, 6. What? Why is this so... Okay, Air and Earth were exactly the same. 350 for health. 10, 4, 7, and 6. Why is this plus 5 attack and plus 10 speed? 4 and 6, the armor and the luck are the same. What? Okay. I had started document. I thought we were going to have to go through and do everything, and then I realized those were the same, and everyone's like, oh yeah, just, you know, spoiler alert, they are the same. When I've created doubles of any character, it's always been, why is there a buffer here? Is this like the ideal combination and we get bonus points that no one knew existed? Because people that would have done this wouldn't have bothered to care to look? I can't explain that. 15, 4, 7, and 6, that's pretty crazy. That's what that is. Okay then. So, let me Control C, Control V that. I can't explain that. I'm going to have to go back and make sure I entered that. I assume I would have. Okay, well, very, very interesting things going on in this little game. So, let's start designing this guy with what we currently have access. Dadgum, that's not what we needed. You know what? Actually, I've been forgetting to do this, which we will preview. I mean, that's what the next videos will be the elemental powers. That's all we really lack. I want to see what the tech powers are, because I don't freaking know. So, tactical turrets. Okay. Could be anytime I hear turrets, I think of Sprocket, and I kind of lose interest. Mechanical microbots is pretty cool. Oh, and they pack a punch. Fantastic. That ties in with Brawler perfectly, in my opinion. Motorcycle mayhem, really? I don't know that I would have put that here, but mighty, okay, proximity mines are going to be cool. I could see mines going with, I think mines would go with pretty much anything, you know? Motorcycle mayhem? I guess if you were going to use something like this, it would be tech that you would do that for. This, to me, fits a Brawler perfectly. This, I would say, fits a quick shot or a bazooka really well. This should be interesting, but that's our preview for you. So, let's go ahead and see what we can do. So, we're not going to do Sparkhead, even though that's a good name. I thought about doing this. I mean, that actually looks good. This was my default guy. I picked generic parts that don't have any statistical advantages or changes. And the Air and the Earth Brawler guys still look like this. And it's kind of actually a pretty cool look. But I think we're going to change it now. There's the Demon. That guy doesn't really look evil to me. He kind of looks derpy. Like, it's amazing what color schemes do, because red and black, you could be like, ooh, sinisterly evil. You see, like, I don't know, what is that, like, Robin's Egg and Ivory, and he just looks like a dork. Like, it looks like somebody that would, like, run up to you on the beach to try to steal your lunch money, and you'd be like, no, and he would just run away. That looks terrible in that color scheme. Okay, the Imaginatron is a pretty cool head. I feel like that suits a Tech Knight better, though. I don't know that I even... This works really well for Tech. The Chop Chop head is so cool. That's a terrible voice for it, though, in my opinion. Miss Clockwork. What is this, Gear Shift tribute time? Oh, no. So we don't have some of this stuff, like... Where Cyborg head is awesome. That's actually... the one that I use in both of my creations, which the Wasteland head, I mentioned it, that one's awesome for this. Retrobot's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, so those are like the three that I really lean towards, and they're completely unavailable at this point in time. We could keep it simple and go with my good old standby guy, right? Tech. This would work for Tech. I don't really like it, though. This color scheme, why is it associated with Tech? It should not be.
Sensors activated.
Cybug looks terrible in this color scheme. That's disappointing. Demon Spirit Head actually could pass as tech-related, in my opinion. Boombox certainly tech-related. Half Bot Head kind of works.
Okay, dokie.
Those guys. Beetlehead does not look good in that color scheme. Do I not have the steampunk guy? Is that him? No, that's Grizzly. Are we missing steampunk head too? See, now that I've been messing around in that app and have everything in there. Hipster. Let's see. Well, we're not really good. We don't have any of the stuff I wanted to use. You know what I'm saying? That's unfortunate. Just slows things down a bit. This, to me, it does have tech. It also has fire, and more so fire. So,
What's up?
That head just works with everything, I'm not gonna lie. Alright.
Powering.
So this is definitely gonna be a placeholder.
Powering up.
Let's just do this. Again, this is changing. This is not a reset me deal. I'm changing this, period. So for now, that's all I've got to work with. Let's see. Goat. What's the human? I think the ones I want don't have eyes, so it's not too big of a deal. Chest. Do we have some of these pieces that we don't have heads for? Certainly a possibility. You know what? That actually looks really good with that head. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Oh, this is that thing that came with the dinosaur head. That totally doesn't make much sense to me. It does look decent, but... You know, that tuxedo is cool, too, in this color scheme. Very interesting. This guy kind of grows on you as you look at him, you know. See, there's actually a tech night chest, which I think I've used that several times on some of our default guys. Let's see. Bird guard looks pretty good on him. Let's come back up here. Again, this is all pretty much a placeholder. And you could do the con bots. That's still very much a possibility. What do we have? What do we have? Anything cool here we could use? I really don't have steampunk stuff, do I? I do have the Cybug torso, see, but I don't have the Cybug head. It doesn't really fit that head, though. So, that looks terrible on that color. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. We're going to go back again. This will all change, but to make this a little quicker, because I want to shower and play Shotgun Farmers. Let's do this.
Right on.
I agree. Right on, my friend. That is pretty cool. Right here, I probably don't have the arms I want to use. Deep Sea, actually, these looked really good with what I made on the Creator app. I probably, again, don't have the pieces here. Robot Bouncer would be a good placeholder, I think. We really don't have many arms, do we? Conbot arms. Those look pretty swanky on him. Are these the Deep Sea? Yeah, see the diver arms. That's pretty cool. Alright. So you ever get confused, there are diver and deep sea arms. Keep that in mind. Drill arms aren't terrible. Those hands are a little large. But like I said, this is sort of just kind of like a placeholder. So I think we'll just go with that for now. And then for the legs, I know what I want to use, but I bet I don't have them. So, again, the deep sea stuff works really well in the tech line, I think. Let's see. There were a Conbot. Those look amazing in that color scheme. It's a good construction color, oranges and yellows. What I want to use, one of the options is a hydraulic leg, I think was the name. Oh, I've got them. Okay. So I feel like that's like super tech. And I thought these would lend themselves very well to a tech night. But for what we've got, sort of like a hodgepodge of pieces, I think this guy looks pretty good. I do have Cybug legs here, which are cool. Wait. Do they really pulsate? They do. That would have been awesome if the Dark Knight's chest actually glowed like that. But, yeah, I think we're going to go with our hydraulic legs here. It's an interesting pairing at this point in time, to say the least. But I think it works fairly well for what we've got. So, weapons, again, I wish it would show these for you. But I think the chain works well for tech. The iron uppercut, the stud punch, which I didn't even have this in the Creator app, I don't think. The spare chains actually looked pretty cool. The drill didn't look bad with some of the ones I made. Crystal fists, that looks different. Oh, it was this one. The 20 karat knuckles actually was kind of cool. Yeah, there are definitely more weapons here. The steampunk fist would be neat. The golden ram could possibly work. Alien punch, I don't know. We'd have to see that one. Where's the taser? Taser. Where are you at? Bling fist looks pretty good. There's the taser fist. I thought the taser fist was pretty cool when I created the brawler just a little bit ago. So that said, we can't change this because it would screw up our stats and analysis and everything. The gear, most of the gear that I put on my guys was from the tech crystal, which we technically have. It's just upstairs because you have to open it. So we're not even going to look at this stuff. I guess we could because we're here. I wish it would show it, even though it's level locked, but there's some pretty cool stuff that I'm gonna do with this. I think it'll turn out to be pretty neat. I don't see. Let's get out of there. All right, size. Upper body, muscles. I feel like that's pretty good for him. Color scheme. This is where things are gonna get interesting, right? So, oh, that's the great, really? That looks totally different than it did. On the app, everything was orange and more of like a greasy black. Which this actually, it's grown on me as we go. Original colors is not an option here. That's terrible. Steam engine, it's kind of cool. Power tool. That looks pretty good with this set. I don't know that we'd keep it for our main thing. No. Wind up, no. Oil change, no. Okay, pale steel. Alright. This, I didn't know the name of it, but when I just created the tech brawler with the pieces that I like a little bit better, it was, I told you at the start, it was like the silver and red color that I would typically never select, but it looked amazing. That's what this is. And, oh, you know, gray matter looks freaking cool here. White light's not bad. Let's just take a look at some of these. I think we may come back and do that one, though. Superhero looks amazing. That is the superhero chest. Super villain's not terrible. We could tweak it a little. Be My Valentine. Not torrid, whatever. Trick or Treat. Surprisingly looks good on a lot of the things we create. Shattered Island. That actually looks really good, too. Perilous Pastures right here. That's nice. This is pretty good, too. That's not terrible. I don't think it's my personal favorite there. That would work if that's kind of up your alley. This, I think, works. Interestingly, not bad. Very techish here, in my opinion. Troll Warehouse, not a bad look. Goo Factory, no. Creepy Citadel, very similar to our previous selection, but a little creepier. A little darker toned, I think. You know, honestly, that's not terrible either. So, I think this guy looks good with quite a few, actually. Maybe not like solid, anything leaning towards blue, purple, or all red. I don't really think so. But let's come back over here. And I think we'll do that one. The last tech one. Pale Steel. Again, this is something I wouldn't pick. I wouldn't custom color things this way. But I like it. I think it looks pretty good. So, obviously, if I come in and customize this one and made all of the red be blue, it would look amazing. I do like the concept of having orange on a tech element character there, right? Kind of going back to their roots, if you will. That looks so much different than the Grease Monkey on the Creator app. I'm just going to say. That really does grow on you, Power Tool. Do I like Power Tool? Or do I like Pale Steel better? I think I like Power Tool better. I think the majority of you would say Pale Steel. Let me know. Pale Steel versus power tool. Which one do you prefer and why? I'm going to assume if you prefer blues and greens, you'll go power tool. And if you prefer red, you're going to go pale steel. But I would still like to investigate. This one, I think if you switched over, changing the red only, I think if you switched it to blue, orange, or green, I think it would look really, really good. But I think his eyes need to change too. Let's see what pale steel would look like, shall we? It's kind of weird that doesn't change with everything. Ooh, the power tool eyes look good there. You know, let's just keep it simple, you know? So there we go. I think we're good here. I like it. Those legs, I think, are really what lean me in the head. Lean me towards this color scheme the most. So, let's get... Oh, and the tech crystal looks sweet on the portal. I just now looked at it, the way it lights up. It's actually true to form. That sort of rusty, murky orange color that I like. It's classic. It looks really good. So, I don't think we're going to do... Let's see what he looks like dancing. Wait. I've wanted to see that on the tech character. That's not terrible. No, that's too cheesy. I don't like that one on there. You know, the air elemental almost looks like smoke, as if he was malfunctioning. If you ever wanted to go that route with a tech character. That could also be a malfunction. You know, I've got an idea with this party aura. I'm not going to talk about it. That's kind of funny for tech on a rainy day. Electro Spark works pretty good there. Yeah, I think it would look a little better if it was blue in place of the red. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The crystal armor set comes... Okay, cool. Electrons we do actually have. Again, it's just not unlocked. So, let's back out of here. And I think we're good to go, man. I do believe. Let's take a look at him dancing real quick. So, oh, you funky robots, you. That's cool. I'll take it. So, why the tech crystal has superior statistics, I do not know. This is not, I think if I remember correctly, this is one Activision sent out when Imaginators launched over a year ago. Because I've just had it sitting there. I don't believe I bought this one. This brings the question to me again. Is there, in fact, like, say that in Air Sorcerer, we'll just say, and a Dark Sentinel, and a Tech Brawler, and what would Earth be? Bazooker, maybe? What if there is some deal where you get the perks, you get like superior statistics when you do what the creators of the game consider to be an ideal pairing? I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I do know in my spreadsheet that I'm currently looking at, these tech stats for our Brawler, 15 and 17 for the attack and the speed, are vastly superior to my Air and Earth Brawlers we've created. Which again, they were 10 and 7. So plus 5 attack and plus 10 speed. I don't know how, I don't know why. I don't know what would have changed since then. I can't explain it, I can only make note of it, and it is definitely worth making note of, and it brings to mind and question again, is there the pairing bonus in them? This would lead me to believe that, but let's see. The health on those guys was 350, both of my Brawlers, so let's see what this guy's is going to be. Are you ready for the cool screen? Boom.
Time for my knuckles.
Oh, you know, I didn't even mess with his voice, but that works good for this guy. 350. Okay, so we predicted that correctly based on our past history. But, man, interesting. I am intrigued by that. And I do not have the money to pick up other crystals to investigate, and I don't really have the heart to delete everyone that we would need to delete in order to fully investigate this mess. But I did at least remember to come up here and check out our tech chest real quick. So this will be like the Rocketeer stuff, as I call it. Let me go ahead and let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. All common. Let me go ahead and type this in. Boom. Copy and paste is a wonderful creation. I wish these would be in order. So the head is called Rockets. Tech Adventurer set. Tech. Here's the deal. I've said many times I feel like this looks like Rocketeer. I couldn't see Rocketeer being a knight. I saw him being a brawler. You know? And also, again, with the Cyborg and the Wasteland Warrior set, I thought both of those suited themselves, especially Wasteland Warrior. Cyborg, I could sort of see that being a knight. But this one and Wasteland Warrior just look like brawlers to me. So, common head rockets. Cool deal. Common chest. Oh, I like that. Dustered chest. That might actually look pretty good on several things, but again, to me personally, this looks like the Rocketeer, right? Sort of like World War II era guards. And it's going in order, which is awesome. Arms. Adventurer's arms. Adventurers. That's always interesting. Alright, so next one will be the aura. I'm going to go ahead and pin that in. It is called, was it neutrons? I think so. Because they always they'll flash that so fast. And then we have our ultimate here, which I think it's going to be the backpack rockets. I'm assuming is what it's called. Backpack. Alright, so let's see if we can process all of this. Dum-a-dum.
New aura.
Electrons, my bad.
Complete.
Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Aura is electrons, and it is headgear. That's right, I should have known this. But I think it just looks like it would be part of the head, really. But Rocket Man's Ridge. Rocket Man. Dun-dun-dun. Alright, there we go. Kind of like the Nixon's cover of that. If you'd like a random 90s song to get stuck in your head. 35 luck and 20 speed. I'll take the speed for sure. Tech Adventure set is complete. Rocket Man's Ridge. Wonderful deal. So, do I already have the Rocket's backpack? We're going to have to go take a gander at that real quick. So, let's continue back out.
You can rebuild me better, stronger, faster.
Is that a song reference? Seriously? Okay, what I was going to say, that this and several of the other color schemes looked like in this, Batroborg, that's the name of it. It was going to be like this super amazing, gotta have Christmas gift. I don't even know if it was 3 years ago, maybe 4. And I got them from my nephew, and I've still got several in the packaging. They were like super ridiculous. It was one of those things people went to Toys R Us and bought them to scalp them. They didn't work very well. They were kind of cool, but it wasn't super responsive. It's sort of like Rock'em Sock'em Robots if they were remote controlled. Pretty neat concept, but they look very similar to this guy. And the Cyborg set, which again I don't have, so I can't really showcase it very well. But that's sort of what this guy and his multiple color schemes reminded me of. So that said, I want to take a look at the rocket head. So I think they call it rockets. The question is, where are these? I never know where they stick these things. There it is. Just randomly in the middle there.
Ready when you are.
That's going to be a good head. It's kind of like this adventurer guy. What was his name? The one that I say works with everything? I don't know. Has he been moved now? My adventure head? Dadgum, he used to be over here. Well, it looks very similar to Rockets. This guy. Yeah, he moved over him. Yeah, Explorer head. This is sort of like a cartoony, ghouly version of the Rocket head, in my opinion, right?
Hello.
See the similarities there?
Power.
Where did it go?
Boot.
Dadgum.
Great.
You already passed it?
Hello.
Yeah.
What's up?
So here it is. Rockets versus Explorer. Pretty similar in my opinion.
Powering
So we're going to stick with this guy for now. But I do want to come in and check the backpack, because I plan to put the rocket pack on, and I don't know if I have it yet or not. Oh, it's not this. It's like literal rockets. That's it. So that's the one I'm looking for. That looks really cool, especially with the, I think it's perfect for the Tech Adventurer set, honestly. But let's back out of here, back out of there. Dun, dun, dun. I tell you what, while we're in here, tactical turrets, press B to create deadly turret. You know what? No, you're going to have to wait for it. I don't want to spoil anything. But here's this guy, our Tech Brawler. Again, for me, I've run through it a million times with you, what I sort of saw, what I envisioned, what I thought would work well, what I thought wouldn't work. And sort of the two leading candidates were Knight and Brawler. Tech Knight, for whatever reason, it sounds like a rapper type of a name. It's got a good sound and flow to it. But like I said, the set parts that I liked the best, I felt like they lent themselves better to a Brawler, right? So that's what we did. And if I can get a second Tech Crystal ever, we very well may make our Tech Knight, have a good time with that. But what I want to do now is not that. I want to take a look at game progress. Imaginite sets. We're up to 75% now. Question is, where have they placed the tech sets? I still don't see how that dino guy goes with that shirt, but whatever. He should have had a chest, in my opinion. A lot of times they put it at the very top, and I hope they did, because there's an awful lot here to go through. No, they did not. Wonderful. So let me kind of walk you back through my mindset here. I think we've got some of these pieces. Miner set would work for tech, and I think that looks like a Brawler to me. Doesn't it look like a Brawler to you? Like Musketeer, it's pretty clear they want that to be a Knight or a Swashbuckler, perhaps, but that looks like a Brawler. Ominex is here. Welcome to the stream. Have I been streaming for long? Long enough to somehow get a tech Brawler created. So I have no idea. Probably close to 30 minutes. Retro Radio, I could see that being a Brawler or a Knight. Possibly a Sentinel. Quick Shot, perhaps. Not so much. Let's see here. Come on. Where's the good stuff? Okay, Tech Adventure set again. To me, it's Rocketeer, right? And that has to be a Brawler. Bazooker could kind of make sense with that set, but in my opinion, it's best suited to a Brawler. Conbot, I mean Construction Bot, as I prefer to call him, Conbot. It's Earth, but at the same time, it's always seemed more techy to me. You know, the set parts look amazing. I could see that as both a Brawler and a Smasher. If we continue on our quest here. Alright, Cybug. You could consider that tech. You could even do like sorcery with him if you wanted to, but you might go life route if that was your plan. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, Wasteland Warrior. Let's be honest, that guy looks like a Brawler, does he not? And that's another set that I thought would be really cool for tech. Retro Robot. Kind of looks like a Quick Shot or a Brawler, I would say. Where is it? Train set? Again, I'll have to see that, because from here, it doesn't look, I don't know. Steampunk is something else. I can't tell what the chest is, if the chest is included. The arms kind of look pretty cool. The plane set, that's another thing. Where's the cyborg? Okay, it's down here. Cyborg. Just like Wasteland Warrior, I love it. To me, it looks more like a brawler. I would say Cyborg would also work as a knight, as I mentioned earlier in the video. But that's it. We've hit the bottom of the set list. And that's sort of my justification for selecting a tech brawler with my lone, single, solitary tech creation crystal. So it's something that's been bothering me for, I don't know, ever since I had the game. In particular, since we started creating the Imaginators. That's why I saved it for the end. It's not because I thought I would like it the best. It's because I've been trying to figure out what the heck to do with it. Like I said, if I can pick up like a $5 crystal and it's tech, which I don't know if those 2 stars will ever align or not. They haven't yet. I might make a cyborg knight, right? It would be tech cyborg knight, and then I'd be free to use steampunk or come in and use our robot Wasteland Warrior rocket set, kind of go that route. But for now, we've got this guy, and like I said, I think I'm going to be changing him for sure, but he's actually pretty cool, I have to say. Here's his overall aesthetic again, in case Ominex missed it. But not typical color scheme I would pick, but for a temporary placeholder, I think it works pretty dadgum good. And I think that head is what would be part of the con bot, because there's the brute bot head, but I feel like this looks more like it. I don't really know. Well, I'd have to go back and look, but that said, I'm going to have to wrap it up here. I'm going to go shower and get some chocolate milk, and then I'm going to come back out and play Shotgun Farmers. So that video is going to be my 2 a.m. release, but I don't see how I can do that. So I'll probably export this, and it'll be live on YouTube in just a few minutes. So have some fun with that. But big thanks to Ominex for tuning in again. I kind of wanted to do this earlier when I would have had an audience. You have to remember, Ominex is in Australia, so it's a normal time for him. For everyone else in America, it's like, 2 to midnight-ish, somewhere in there. I guess West Coast, it wouldn't be as late. But anyway, I think this guy, the more I look at him, the more I like him. Although I don't understand why there's like a zipper on the back of the superhero. That's kind of disappointing. And it's going to get jammed, and he's not going to be able to get that stupid thing on or off at some point in time. But anyway, I think we did pretty good with the pieces we have. Once again, Cyborg and Wasteland Warrior are sort of like my preferred directions to take with this. If you've got any ideas or prefer one over the other, feel free to let me know. Again, if you hate this, if you're like, why did you not create a tech knight? Or, idiot, you should have done tech quickshot. I asked, and no one answered. So, I sought your input, and I got nothing. I did get input from people, ironically, but it was never about what to do with my tech creation crystal. It was like, oh yeah, I've got a great idea for this, or you should name that character that you created this. But in terms of, hey guys, what do I do with my tech crystal? Brawler? Knight? Quick shot? Bazooka? Or what would you recommend? Nothing. Silence. Crickets were chirping. And this is what you're left with. So, I think it turned out good though. Like I said, the more I have to look at this guy, the more I like it. For a recap, just in case people skip through the video, or for Ominex here, it's the Imaginatron head, the robot bouncer arms, I think is what they're called, superhero chest, and the legs, which I think are perfect for tech. They're the hydraulic ones. The Conbot legs also look awesome, in my opinion, for tech element creations. But that said, oneofwiisdom.com is a website, skylandclub.com is a forum. Make sure you're following me on Twitch. That's where this was live. That's how Ominex got to see it. Twitch.tv/oneofwiisdom. I am now a Twitch affiliate. Feel free to throw glittery bit things at me, if that's what you do. You can also subscribe if you're in Amazon Prime, or just, you're into that sort of thing. By no means you have to, but I certainly would recommend you follow me so you can catch the streams and join in and say, no, don't create the tech brawler. You have to do a knight. It's so much better. Also, and the most important thing from this video, 15 attack, 17 speed. That's plus 5 attack and plus 10 speed over my first ever created, that we documented, Imaginators, our Air Brawler and our Earth Brawler. And I don't know why. I'm extremely concerned about that. It's awesome, but that means that there could potentially be certain elements and battle classes that when they align, you get a bonus. And if anyone has noticed a discrepancy, or if you created a tech brawler and it did not have 15 and 17 for attack and speed, it was normal, or if my earth and air brawlers are actually shortchanged and were too low, there's something wrong here, and I don't know what it is, and that bothers me greatly. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Once again, if you have not subscribed on YouTube, make sure you do that. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I always tweet before I go live. I always tweet my videos. YouTube, you can't count on them to send out the videos. You can't count on them to put it in your subscriber feed. You can't count on it really to do anything. So if you're strictly wanting to keep it on YouTube and you don't care about Twitter, always go to my video page. Just go to the channel and then click on videos or uploads or whatever they call it. I typically do 2 videos a day. So Skylanders being Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. If you didn't get notification from YouTube and you're like, man, this guy hasn't made a Skylander video in a long time, I hate him. Don't do that. Just click the uploads tab and find what you're looking for. So a simple way to avoid that is if you follow me on Twitter, you can go to my profile. I tweet all my videos. You can click them. Anything else cool that happens in the world or my life or with Skylanders that I find in the wild, I tweet that stuff as well, so you might enjoy it. But like I said, you kind of have to safeguard yourself. You can't just subscribe and click the bell 3 times and, bang a gong. You sort of have to take matters into your own hands. So, like I said, it is free to follow on Twitch. There's no money that has to exchange hands, or you don't have to be forced to subscribe or follow or whatever. But if you follow, you should get notified when I go live. Again, your safety net there is Twitter. So I tell you all this because I don't trust these sites to actually do what they claim they do. That said, though, I'm going to go shower, get some chocolate milk, play some Shotgun Farmers, and that should be your afternoon video. I will be highlighting the brand new winter update, which is going to be pretty freaking swanky. And spoiler alert, I will probably be streaming a lot of Shotgun Farmers because he has added daily achievements for XP boosts. And that's going to be pretty cool. I have no clue what they are because I haven't gotten to play because I was at work until like 7 o'clock. Nonetheless, hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this guy. Tech Brawler, do you want him to stay like this? Do you want me to go through with my plans? But I'll quit rambling Thursday. Assuming everything goes according to plan, you should either see Tech Elemental Powers or Dark Elemental Powers, and we'll kind of take it from there. So, as always, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you back here for yet another installment of Skylanders Imaginators Research. Adios.